Alright guys, now that the PTO changes came to live server, we're gonna need to change a lot of things for your tie scrapper as well as shock, but in this video we're only gonna go over through tie scrapper only because I've never played shock before. I've been tie all my life, so we're gonna talk about tie only. So the first question that you guys might have is that do we need to switch our stat distribution? It's like you guys ask me this like every time, right? But I think it's okay to go 50-50, like high swiftness, high swiftness. I don't think it matters, to be honest, because first thing I want to point out is that you guys are getting elixirs, right? Elixirs, how do you spell it? It's so hard to spell. How do you spell it? How to spell elixirs? Elixir, right? So, thing about elixir is that as a tie scrapper, there are like two different effects that you can aim for. Damage increase when you crit, which is the one that I'm using right now as a half-half, and the other one is a crit rate plus additional DMG. But guys, when you guys cut elixir, it's not up to you to decide like which effect to use. You gotta use whatever they give you first. Get it? Even if you're a high swiftness, so you need, if you're a high swiftness tie scrapper, you're gonna need extra crit rate, right? So even if you aim for this, if the system gives you this, then you don't have a choice, right? You don't have a choice. So what I recommend you right now is to do not change your stat distribution right now, and then change it if you really want to change it later when you get your elixir done. Okay? Changing your stat distribution right now won't be a good choice because you'll have to get your elixir first, but you don't know what effect you're gonna get, right? So do not change your stat distribution for now. Just don't touch it. If you're half-half, play as half-half. If you're high swiftness, will raid captain, play as that. Don't touch. That's fine. 50-50, high swiftness. What works? Fine. But the thing I want to point out is that if you were to play half-half, 50-50 with Team Blunt Weapon, the problem here is you get another like 4% extra crit damage increase from elixir as well. And then you have some chance to get another crit damage from bracelets, right? So for me right now, guys, I have 10% crit damage increase on my bracelet, and I also have 4% crit damage. Oh, that's 7% crit damage increase, guys. That's 7% if you were to get. So that's 17. That's 17. So which will make Timflung Weapon at like close to 15%, slightly above 15% engraving at like 90 to 95 crit rate. So so the point here is that you will have Kim Blunt weapon, like not that effective. Get what I'm saying? This happens when you get extra crit raid on your bracelet and as well as on your elixir. So, in order to make this a little bit more efficient, okay, you know what? I'll show you. So, 265 is that's that's the crit raid you have. That's the crit damage you have as a Kimplan weapon user and entropy. So let's add 10%. That's 275, and let's go 280 since I have extra 7% damage, crit damage. So if I have like 90%, see, it's not even 15% engraving. So Kimplan weapon is not won't be like that effective. Get what I'm saying, guys? So in order to avoid this, I recommend high swiftness plus raid captain. This might not be the exact case for you guys because you will have you guys will need to spend a lot of time, a lot of gold, a lot of effort cutting the elixirs in order to get 77% damage, 7% crit damage, as well as like crit damage increase from your bracelet. So it won't necessarily be the same case for you guys, but since there are a lot of bracelet effects that increases your crit damage, there's a chance for Kimplan weapon to like not be that effective, right? Get what I'm saying? Since you guys get more, if you have more crit damage, the less effective Kimplan weapon becomes. So, starting with elixir state, I recommend high swiftness with raid captain, guys. Like maybe like a ring or earring to crit. But this, like, details, up to you. You know, details are up to you. If you want to give one ring to crit, that's fine. If you want to give one earring, that's fine. But you gotta remember that you get 12% from your support, right? And 3.5%. I'm talking about movement speed. So remember, you can get like 15.5. Remember, when you distribute your swiftness and crit, remember that you can get 15.5 from outer resources. Okay? So engraving choices will be like high, ambush, and what was the other one? High ambush, outgrudge. These three are a must, right? These three are a must. If you're high swiftness, then raid captain, for sure. But again, you have a choice. You can use raid captain and then adrenaline 3, and then ether predator. That could be a choice, or you can use curse soul or adrenaline 1. That's your choice. Those are up to you. But if you were to go half ab, Kimplan weapon is a must, right? And then you can use like adrenaline 3, the predator 1, or crystal 3, or adrenaline 1. That's up to you. It's your choice. It's up to preference level. But like I said, starting with elixir, which have a chance to give you additional 7% crit damage, try using raid captain with high swiftness. Okay. All right. The things that have changed. First of all, guys. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about gems first. Oh shit, no wonder I wasn't doing proper damage. I didn't change my gem. Oh, no wonder I wasn't doing proper damage in rage. Shit, 아 보석 안 바꾸고 레이드 뛰었구나. 어쩐지 존나 약하더라. I just realized. Okay, this is wrong. You're not supposed to use damage gem on your charging blow anymore. You gotta switch your charging blow damage gem to round the sweep. You gotta give it to round the sweep, and then everything else is the same. And the gems that you've been using for your earthquake chain will automatically be switched to the new skills. So don't worry about that. And this is also important. You have to use it, right? Damage gem to charging blow. No, it's not necessary anymore. You gotta give it to round the sweep, as well as all the tripods that you were using on your charging blow. Got it? Okay, let's go over the changes that happen in the live server first. So, what happened is that we used to have a fast preparation tripod for Iron Cannon Blow, but it's gone. Instead, we have this tripod which increases your damage, flat damage, as well as 20% additional damage when you activate your identity. And it's the same with Battering Fist. We got a new tripod that increases your damage by 50% and additional 20% when you activate your identity. So in your server, you guys are using this tripod right now, which increases the damage of your last punch, but you don't use it anymore. We gotta start using this instead, because this definitely does more damage. Got it? And take out all the tripods from charging blow, and then give it to round the sweep, as well as your damage gem. Yeah, I'm going to. Don't worry, man. I'm going to. All right. Okay, let's go over one by one. You gotta use your charging blow as level 11, and I gave it blue Galewind, because you still have to use your Galewind as your movement skill, so I thought it would be necessary to make it a little bit faster. But the thing is, guys, charging blow, I'm doing that much damage because I still have damage gem on it. Charging blow won't act as damage skill anymore, because round the sweep will replace charging blow's damage. So, if you wanna have extra mobility in charging blow, the second tripod in the first row, which increases your movement distance, that's also fine. But if you wanna have extra damage, use this tripod. Now, this is preference. It's up to you guys. These two, I wouldn't say it's a must, but since you'll have to use it as a movement skill, I say these two will be better than other tripods. Moving on to, oh yeah, guys, in raids where you have to use Purify, you can just replace Blue Galewind out of there and put it here. Put it on Charging Blow. Okay? For example, first gate of a con, take this out and put Purify there. Next, Dragon Advent. Nothing have changed to Dragon Advent. You use the exact same tripods. And I recommend Bleed Rune here, because, you know, the fire around your character will reset the bleed debuff on the boss. So I recommend that. I recommend Bleed Rune on Dragon Advent, but you have a choice. If your team doesn't have enough Stagger, you can replace that into Overwhelm Rune if you want, because this fire rings around Scrapper, that does stagger damage as well. So this is preference, but I usually recommend Bleed Rune here. Bleed Rune. Or if you feel like the animation of Dragon Advent is too slow, then you can also use Galewind. But personally, I think Bleed Rune is the best. Alright, next up, round the sweep. You have to use these 3 tripods, guys. These are a must. These are a must. And then, in order to increase your damage ceiling, you should use Fast Recharge Rune. Fast Recharge Rune. Fettering Fist. Legendary Galewind here. Like I said, we don't use this tripod anymore. It's the second one. Second one. And these two. These two haven't changed, so you can use it as it is. And Iron Cannon Blow. I gave it Purple Galewind. It's 3-3-1. And the new skill. Actually, you guys have a choice here, but you guys have a choice here. I gave it Legendary Galewind, but the rune is like the rune is fine though. You should use it with Legendary Galewind, but what I'm saying by that you have a choice is between these two. And these two are a must, but you have a choice between these two. I'll show you guys animations of each one here, each three. So if you were to use this one, it increases your damage by 70%. But the problem here is that animation is kind of long, even with the Galewind, even with the Legendary Galewind. But the problem is, even with that long animation, you don't have super armor. So it means you actually have a very high chance of getting it cancelled. Quick tip, you can press right click during Rondo Soup to animation cancel. It makes it way faster. That's actually a good tip, but that's for you guys. But in Korean server, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do the animation cancel. I didn't mention it because it's gone. It's gone. You can just automatically you can just spam it without clicking it. See? My right hand is here, so it means I'm not clicking, right? It's fine. It's gone. And then this is the tripod I recommend, guys. It's fast enough. It's fast enough, and then you can do additional 50% more damage if the boss is staggered. So I think this is the tripod you guys should be using. Even though this tripod also does not have super armor, the animation is fast enough, so you don't really have like a high chance of getting it cancelled. And then also, let's go for the last one. So this tripod, the last one, which does the least damage. So this is 60% damage increase and a 50% additional damage when the boss is staggered, but this one is 50% damage increase with super armor. And you duck in like that, guys. You duck in like that to the boss. You hit the boss while ducking, then you automatically start attacking. So I think if you guys want to make the animation even shorter, then you guys have a choice. Use this. But if you want to do more damage, use this. So this is preference. And these two are a must. That's now up to you. These two are a must. And you have a choice between these two. Don't use this. It's not good. Okay, next one is Judgment. This will be your new synergy skill. Now that Rondo Swift is a yellow skill, you're gonna need another green to replace it. So use Judgment, guys. You won't be using Fierce Tiger Strike. You won't be using this. You will have to use Judgment. I know that the animation sucks, but there was a buff to make the animation faster, so it's better than before. And you know, like I said, we don't have a choice. We have to use it. And one thing I want to point out, guys, if you're half-half, you just have to use Rage here. If you're half-half, please use Rage. Please. You have to use Rage. If you're not half-half, you don't necessarily have to use Rage because you will have enough Swiftness, which makes you have enough attack speed. But if you're half-half, please use Rage Rune here. It makes a huge difference, guys. It makes a huge difference. And that's Rattle. It's the same tripod and a Purple Galewind. Everything else stays the same, guys. Okay, let's talk about the new identity. So what the new identity does is when you pop it, it automatically applies your synergy, just like this. So you don't have to. Pop your synergy, not synergy, pop your identity, and then apply your synergy again. You don't have to. Once you pop your identity, you can automatically go into your rotation. You gotta remember that increases your damage a lot, guys, a lot. And what it gives you is it gives you super armor, and then 20% extra damage. Not 20% extra damage, stagger damage. I mean, also, half the cooldown on your spacebar, and then unlimited yellow and green gauge. So what people should be doing with the rotation, things haven't changed a lot, guys. You start with Iron Cannon Blow, and then once you have your identity back, pop it. And now's the time, guys. Keep spamming your round the swift, hoping that it resets and activate fast recharge rune. That's it, guys. That's it. Iron Cannon Blow, Fettering Fist, Dragon Advent, pop it, spam, round the swift, hoping it resets, hoping it activates fast recharge. One more thing, guys. When the identity, since the identity lasts for 10 seconds and the synergy that your identity gives applies to the boss lasts for 10 seconds, you gotta be ready to reapply your synergy once it's done. Show you guys. Synergy applied, right? It means you don't necessarily have to use your judgment while you activate your identity, but use it again at the end when it's about to end. Isn't it stagger damage? Yeah. Stagger damage. 20% stagger damage. I said it wrong. Get it, guys? Activate identity. Use your skills. And then, guys, get ready to use judgment at the end. You gotta reapply your synergy. That's pretty much it. Iron Cannon Blow, Fettering Fist, Dragon Advent, that's Rattle, and then the new skill. Pop it. Same rotation. Spam round of swift. If it doesn't reset, then you're just unlucky. And reapply your synergy at the end. That's the rotation. But make sure, guys, that you try to put in these 3 skills with an identity, because they have tripods that increase your damage when you pop your identity. Remember that. And these also don't have super armor, so the super armor that your new identity gives you is useful when you pop identity. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. 또 말할 게 있나? Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll post it on YouTube.